Bruce Rivers, he's the criminal lawyer. Who is he? Bruce Rivers, he's the criminal lawyer. And who is he? Bruce Rivers, he's the criminal lawyer. And what he do? And it's gonna react to all the self-snitching.
Hi, this is Bruce Rivers. Welcome to another fun-filled episode of Criminal Lawyer Reacts. I'm Bruce Rivers, board-certified criminal defense lawyer with our content genius, Michael Rivers, at the helm. Today we are reacting to Charleston White calling CPS. And this episode, like all of our episodes, are brought to you by eSign.com. eSign.com, a very effective way to remotely do business. Let's say you are Charleston White and you're sitting there in your mother's basement with your Cheeto-stained underwear, and you are going to take this little kid's video and you're going to put it all over the place because you think you're going to make some money on it. Well, you got to buy a new boat, so you go to eSign.com, you download the app, you get 3 free signatures a month, and now because you put this little kid's video all over the place, you have to sign a deal. eSign.com is a very effective way to remotely do business. I use it all the time in my practice when somebody's out of town or can't make it to the office, or if you want to execute something quickly, it's so much easier to go to eSign.com, and whether it's a power of attorney, bill of sale, rental agreement, any kind of agreement that requires, or anything that requires a signature, you can go to eSign.com. Now, here's the deal. Charleston White is not one of my favorite people on the planet because what don't I like? I don't like snitches. Snitches get stitches and sometimes wind up in ditches. And I'm not saying that's going to happen with this guy at all. But if he's really Mr. Do-Gooder, you know, why not call the people who are involved? Why not do something other than posting the call online? So let's take a look and see what he has to do.
Would you like to make a report today?
Yes, ma'am. I only have rapper names and street names, but I'm sure they're easy to find.
I only have rappers' names and street names. You know who he's calling? He's calling CPS, Child and Protective Services.
I'm sorry?
Yes, ma'am. I want to make a report of child neglect and child endangerment.
I don't know why this does this.
Okay, so before we get into...
So here's the thing. People call child protection, a lot of times they use it as weapons. You know, you see it all the time when, in a custody dispute and whatever. And so I don't suspect that Mr. White has any real connection to this case whatsoever. He just sees a video and decides, well, I'm not going to investigate this. I don't have any firsthand knowledge of anything, but I'm going to cause this family some fucking trouble by calling CPS.
Sometimes I do need to collect some basic information on everyone involved.
Yes, ma'am.
I also want to let you know that your identity as the referring is confidential by state law.
Oh, no, I don't want mine to be confidential.
Oh, I want mine to be confidential. Give me a break. Of course you don't, because you're putting this out on Twitter. You know, you are making money off this. I'm making money off of a child's suffering. You know, I would never put a little kid in the forefront.
I want mine to be identified. I want them to know I did it because I work with children, and it's an obligation to report something when you think children are in danger.
He is not. I doubt that he's a mandated reporter, and maybe he is if he runs a foundation or anything like that. And I'll be the first to admit that I don't know a ton about Mr. White, but I do think that putting this out there like this, I know he probably thinks, this is my street cred, this is me getting my snitch on, but it is what it is.
Okay, what's your name?
Charleston White.
CHARLESTON CHITG.
Yes, ma'am, just like Charleston, South Carolina.
Okay, and how do you know the child as a child?
I don't. I got a video that was sent to me that was made by this child online.
He doesn't know anything about what's going on. All he knows is he got a video sent to him.
There's videos of this child in the clubs at night with convicts, thugs around drugs and guns. And the kid name is Lil King. He's a popular little rapper. So I have a video that I can send that you guys really can pull up on YouTube called Lil King Goes In on Charleston White. So just
Lil King Goes In on Charleston White. We'll watch that in a second.
Some of the things that he was saying in his video with the adults around him, and then the other videos that surfacing.
And here's the thing. For a little kid to swear and do some of the things that Lil King does in his video is not putting a child in danger. And there's a big difference between you not liking somebody. This looks more like retaliation than anything else.
Being in clubs, were almost every rap event that these guys have been at, they've had shootings.
Okay, give me just a moment here.
Yes, ma'am.
Hey, Mr. White, are you familiar with our email notification process?
No.
And here's the thing. How smart is it for him to snitch on people who, if everything they do is revolve around guns and shootings, and you're snitching on people who are not strangers to guns and not afraid to use them?
I'm not. Could you explain it to me?
Sure. So if you provide us an email address at the end of the report, we'll send you a link to the website, our website, where you can go to track your referral, and it'll let you know.
This is just 100% phony. It is just absolute, just for public consumption. It's not real because he doesn't have a. You think they're really going to follow up on a Lil King rapper?
We prep here before CPS to be involved.
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
All right, and what's that email address?
Swear to God, you gonna get script food. Talking about molested. You gotta be gay.
So this is Lil King, and Lil King is all he's too. I don't even know how old is Lil King. So watch this. This is just so insane.
Can't get caught in Texas. You scripting him. It ain't nothing to talk about. You getting script off the rip.
I think that means that he's gonna get killed or something like that.
I swear to God, you get script. Everybody.
Try not to.
They're gonna
I'm not touching.
be somewhere 6 feet under. Currently playing, thinking this is a joke. This shit ain't no joke.
Come on.
Fool, that man ain't playing with me, fool. We catch that man, fool. We gonna strip his ass. This over my grandma's head.
Who what?
Now, I don't know how old he is. I bet he's not much more than 10, 12 years old, if that. And he's going to script his ass. I hope that, there would be somebody that obviously, but this whole online thing that I've been talking about, beefing online. And I don't think that Mr. White is doing anybody a service by putting this call to CPS, which is just absolutely nothing but bait for an online dispute. Why not take your platform, because you're such a decent and loving person who loves children, and instead of doing some fake call to CPS and putting it online to let them know that you're this whatever, why not try to impart wisdom? Why don't you tell them to build? Why don't you try to impart some wisdom with some positivity?
Flabby Billy, Larry Home built ass nigga. Larry Home built ass nigga. Wide hips, big thigh ass nigga. Coke bottle shape ass nigga, rapper ass nigga. Yeah, listen.
I think I can get behind that message, don't you think? I mean, can't you feel the positivity exuding out of Mr. White?
Type of nigga I be talking about. Finesse, Ness. You the kind of nigga I be talking about. Nigga, rock my ass nigga, pull them veneers.
Using the word fella over and over again is just, in this context, it's just beefing. It's absolute beefing, and this beefing online. Why can't, if you're supposed to be this pillar of your community, this seeker of truth, this purveyor of positive messages about children, about this and that.
Mouth, you go back to rock mouth, nigga. Baby, that nigga look like.
Why not tell him in more positive terms on how to be? I mean, because we point out the crimes that people are doing in videos all the time, and I don't do it as a judgment. When I do it, it's like, watch out, guys, because this is what you're looking at. And when you're dealing with child protection and you get child protection involved, that can really mess up your program quite a bit. When you have child protection involved in your life, and they all of a sudden dictate, they can get in your life in a number of different ways. They find drugs at the house. They find guns at the house. They find an unsafe condition. They find a systemic problem with either drugs or whatever. And they can wreak havoc on your life. But to play around with it like this and to put a beef together just for your own credibility as just something that is, just an online daily business lacks foresight. He's his father of Lil King, right? Or Finesse, whatever his name is. And now he's criticizing the kid's father online hard. And when you're doing that, are you helping the kid out? Are you really helping that child? I just felt the need to speak out against snitches who are just doing this not for anybody's good. It's doing it for his own online bullshit. So this has just been my take on a fake call to CPS, and that's really what it was. I mean, he didn't have anybody's name. He didn't have anybody's address. He doesn't have any specific things except for one video clip that somebody sent him. Give me a break. And then he puts it all online, like, I am the savior of children. And then he goes on to criticize the kid's dad hard. And what do you think the kid's going to do? Is the kid being raised in an ideal environment? I don't know. It's not for me to judge. But he's going to get online and just continue this bullshit. And this is how people wind up getting killed today. And so why not create a message of peace and love and harmony? Why don't you say, look, you need help, learning how to raise your children? We'll help you with parenting classes. We'll help you do this. We'll help you do that. Build a relationship instead of being Mr. Finger pointing. So I'm not a big beefer. In fact, I hate beefs with anybody. I don't like, but I don't like it when other people do it too, because this is just so ridiculously nonsensical. So, Mr. White, if you're watching, I'm sure, I have 2 children. You going to come after my children? I don't think so. So, I'm Bruce Rivers, board certified criminal defense lawyer. Stay off the beef. Start building. Be positive. Mr. White, be positive. Don't be tearing people down. Build people up. So, we'll see you next time here in Criminal Lawyer Reacts. I'm Bruce Rivers, as I said, board certified criminal defense lawyer. We'll see you next time here on Criminal Lawyer Reacts. Subscribe, follow us on Instagram, follow us on Twitter, sign up for Patreon. We'll see you next time. And Mr. White, give me a call. Let's do a show together.
Bruce Rivers just broke down your case. He know all the charges that you about to face. You ain't coming home till 2058. That self-snitching gon' get you put away. Bruce Rivers just broke down your case. He know all the charges that you about to face. You ain't coming home till 2058. That self-snitching gon' get you put away. 23-hour lockdown, please, is that my God?